たいから戻らないと言って目指したのは白いあの雲突き抜けたらいつか閉じてできるほど青いあの空青いあの空青いあの空
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. We are Brooklyn Beauty Fashion Lab, and our mission is to connect Japan and Brooklyn and to share Japanese culture with the world. As part of our current project to highlight the global potential of J-pop, we are honored to interview OD Rate today. Could you briefly introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name's Johnny.
Hi, I'm B-Sticks.
I'm Hakase.
And we're already late.
Thank you very much. So I'd love to start by going back to the beginning. So could you tell us how OD Rate was formed?
Wow, it all started. We were all young and dreamed about being, rock stars, I guess, at some point in all of our lives. Hakase had been doing music before I even met him. B had been a drummer before I even met him, but we met in an acting class, and then we met in Japan. And once we had all this information and motivation, I feel like first Hakase and I were making I was working on a solo project and we were just making music, and then B and I were making like movies and stuff. And then then one day we got an opportunity to do a show at Pianos in Lower East Side, and it had a drum set, and I was like, well, Hakase knows how to play everything. V knows how to play drums, and I know how to do mic stuff, and we just like put it together, and we were like, let's do it, let's go, and then now here we are.
He does more than just mic stuff.
Yeah.
And I heard that you are also interested in Japan culture and move on to the Japan. What inspired your interest in J-pop and Japanese culture?
Me personally, like I was always into anime and manga and stuff, and once we got to university, we had to pick a foreign language, and I ended up picking Japanese and got really into it. Was already into like the entertainment side of it, but now I started more of a cultural interest in everything, and then a lot of cool music and stuff started coming out, so that kind of
Sorry. Yeah. I feel like I started liking it because of these guys. Like, I mean, I grew up watching anime too, but really like putting that together into like our music was Eben and Nigel. So yeah, thank you for that. And it's been so much fun ever since.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I didn't really understand that Japanese like culture was like different from American culture until I was in like high school. At first, I was just like, "Oh, these cartoons are just better." I don't know. And then when I got like older and I like started to like learn more, like, oh, like that's a whole different part of the world and they do stuff different. And then I like started like researching and like learning about it, and then off to the races.
I got it. Thank you very much. I heard that you won a contest at our event and are in the opportunity to perform in Tokyo. So why did you decide to participate in this contest?
So I handle a lot of like the front facing stuff, like the communications and like the bookings and stuff like that. So I saw like a friend of ours, she's amazing. Her name is Maya. She's this really cool fan of ours. We went to school together as well. She loves the Japanese influence, and she's a chef as well. So her sister knew about the organization and reached out to us one day. And I remember seeing that she messaged us asking like, hey, would we be interested in doing this contest? And I didn't say anything to them because one, I wasn't going to be available to show up for the first round. And two, I was also like jaded from like our experiences in the past of being told that, there are good things that are going to happen, but like that, they usually don't sometimes. So like, I kind of like thought on it, and then I waited. And then at the end of practice one day, I was like, are you guys available tomorrow to do a contest for like the winner gets like an opportunity to play in Japan? And I think that'd be really cool for us. And so they decided to just like drop everything they had planned and do an acoustic set for the preliminary round. And then and it was awesome. If you guys want to talk about that.
Yeah, well. Well, you know, it was an acoustic set. I played acoustic guitar, and Akase didn't have a bass. Well, he had a bass, but he didn't bring the bass. He decided to beatbox.
Yeah.
So it was
We're
like a
gonna go back to
beatbox.
the basics.
Yeah, beatbox acoustic vocal. It was actually really cool.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got us to the next round.
It did.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, well, at least get us to the next round, and then I'll bring my drum set. We decided to bring the whole drum set, and our since we're such a DIY band, like we're always ready for like whatever's gonna happen, like with technology because of yeah. Well, we always try to make it work. We always try to figure it out. So we brought like everything, and we got to the semifinals, which was like really awesome, and people voted for us and came out and supported us. And then we got to the last round, and honestly, we had no idea. Like it was a nail biter. Like there was a lot of great talent, and to be among those people and to like connect with them in that space was really cool because that's something that we really want to continue to do with our music. We've been around as a band for about 8 years now, so we want to continue to push like what we offer to people that like what we do.
I got it. So, how did you feel about performing in Japan, especially in Tokyo Tower?
Oh, that was surreal because, well, like I said, I started studying Japanese in college, and then we studied abroad before super senior year. So that's when I met him, and then we actually took a trip to Tokyo Tower during that study abroad trip, and that was like years ago.
I was too poor. I was too broke. I could not afford a ticket. We actually had a Japanese friend, Jay, who actually got me my ticket because
brokey broke era. And so it was really cool, like, going there one day and like looking through there, and like I never even thought about performing there. Like this was before anything. So going back there and like to be there to perform, and it was surreal. It was amazing. It felt incredible.
I feel like we well, when we started becoming a band, Nigel was like, my goal is to play in Japan. And I was like, okay, cool. I thought in the far future. But he actually, like, his partner is from Japan, and her dad is a musician there. So they actually were able to set up a show for us back in 2018. We actually went. It was the first time I went to Japan, and I fell in love even more with the culture. And so it was really cool to have that exchange, and then to like full circle go back to last year to do that all over again in a different way, in a more elevated way, felt really, really great. I loved it. I want to go back.
日本でのライブは世界一だから。Lives in Japan feel different. It feels different. Yeah, it's like it's like there's like this unwritten code where like people know how to move or like react to things at shows, and it's just, I don't know, it's different.
Okay, so I want to move to the topic of J-pop. J-pop has developed its own unique style over the years. However, compared to genres like K-pop, it's still not widely listened to outside Japan. So, in your opinion, what are the unique strengths of J-pop?
I feel like J-pop J-pop has like a deeper connection to like American pop culture than I would say K-pop does. Like it's just like they're pulling from an older bag. Like when you listen to like J-pop, there's a lot of like jazz influences and like blues influences and stuff like that. Whereas K-pop, I see, tends to lean more towards like the newer hip hop and the newer, more contemporary styles. So I feel like J-pop has that too, but it's just like an older, like it's an older pop history, if that makes sense. And we can get into why that is, but I don't feel like we should.
Yeah, they seem to be pulling from different traditional music,
Yeah.
modern.
I think the strength of J-pop is like the musical depth.
Yeah, and there also seems to be again that like unwritten code of like this is J-pop. Like it kind of has like that staple of itself.
Okay. So how do you see J-pop evolving in the future?
I think J-pop. I think in general, music is gonna get more more multi-genre, more multi-genre. Like I feel like music is gonna kind of like instead of like these big oh, this is pop, this is rock, this is country, this is whatever. It's just gonna be more splattered mess just in general in the future, and I'm cool with that.
I feel like we, as a country, we're so behind on so many things. I'm not going to get into that, but I feel like we're finally like becoming more appreciative of other cultures and other like music. Like K-pop has become such a big thing here too. So like, and J-rock and J-pop, like I feel like they're finally like making their way over here. So I feel like it's going to continue to get more and more seen, which is really great because that's like a wave that we can continue to ride and you know influence with our music and share too. So yeah, more. We need more of it.
Yeah, I think like just in general, music is just gonna be more collaborative.
Yeah.
And culturally diverse.
Mm.
Yeah, because I feel like now people appreciate what we've been doing for the past 8 years more than they did when we first started, just like globally and not now, national.
Yeah.
I understand. So finally, what are your goals as a group?
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
our goals. Well, we are currently like Nigel was saying, we've been doing the same things for the past 8 years, and obviously like sprinkling in new stuff and new ways of expressing ourselves. But I think like new music is what's the main thing on the horizon. It's something that we all have been itching for and wanting to do. So we are currently like working on some new songs that we want to drop and share. Kind of like this second phase of what we had prior, which was Little Kid Dreams, and so yeah, we're really excited about that.
Oh yeah, and and a lot of shows coming up. And yeah, I mean, we said the most of it. New music, new shows, new merch. Also, new,
we go.
new merch, everything new. I feel like I don't know. I feel like we've been incubating for a while, and most bands don't take this many time in between like bodies of work, but that's for a reason. It's for a reason.
Okay, so question is all, and thank you so much for your time today.
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Follow us on We're Already Late on Instagram, and our music is streaming on all platforms.